Highest Peaks, a modern-day parable. One day Sam lost his sense of taste. All the food he ate was flavourless to him. He couldn't even distinguish its proportions, sizes, smells, colours, or levels of spices in it. The food he tasted became dull and boring. There were times when he thought that he woke up in some futuristic society where humans evolved into cyborgs and robots who didn't need food at all. Instead of it, they used some kind of powder which substituted their daily intake of nutrients. But at the end, Sam realised that it was only his mind swimming into the sea of delusions and trying to escape a harsh reality. Above all, he thought that his life lost its flavours too. The next worst thing was that he couldn't find time for himself because he was extremely occupied with his work. It seemed to him that some supernatural force stole time from him. At the climax of his unfortunate situations, he felt deeply exhausted, depressed, and lost. He came to breaking point and felt that his whole being yearned for change. When he returned home from work, he found a huge pile of advertisements in his mailbox. As he wanted to throw them away, he spotted one brochure that fell on the ground, and its titles, "Reach the peaks inside of you. Reach the peaks of the Himalayas." Sam picked it up and started to read about this trip offer. It sounded very interesting to him: hiking, beautiful nature, mountains, camping, meeting people of different cultures. So he decided to go on his own. At the same time, fear of unknown seized him, which made his bones shake. The thoughts of the famous "what if" occupied his mind more and more. What if the high altitude makes me sick? What if the worst things happen? What if this or that is going to happen? What if? Then, one thought like a thunderbolt struck him. "I can't live like this anymore," he said to himself. "I need flavours. I need life. Life needs me. Who am I? What is my purpose? I know that there's something more." Sam's first flight destination was the city of Kathmandu in Nepal. There he found the stores for trekking equipment and other beneficial goods. He searched for good hiking boots, sleeping bag, maps, medical kits, guidebooks, compass, tent, anything that he needed whilst on his trek. But he also kept in mind that the overload wouldn't be good for him on his trekking at high altitudes. Probably, when his actual trek across the mountains started, he should get rid of some stuff. The next destinations were picturesque Himalayan villages with different camps and lodges along his trek, where he could restore his strength and take advice from more experienced trekkers, porters, guides and villagers. At the first lodge, he felt confused and deeply concerned about his lack of taste sense. He ordered the traditional dal bhat, made of lentils, rice and spicy vegetables, but in vain. Sam stared blankly at his food plate. Lang, an attendant, noticed the guest's particular behaviour and approached his table by saying, "Is everything all right with your meal, sir?" Sam lifted his head slowly and looked Lang straight in the eyes. At that moment, He felt as if he had known this guy from some previous life or another realm. He felt a deep spiritual connection to him where words lost their meanings and function. Not surprisingly, they were deeply engaged in conversation in the blink of an eye. Sam, without constraint, told him about his problems. "I've lost my sense of taste. Everything has become tasteless to me. My life has become tasteless too. I feel lost." Then, Lang spoke to him these wise words. "Everyone who seeks answers and wants to know oneself is not lost. You reached the certain peaks on your own path. That is also called life, and you are aware that many peaks are there to be discovered and reached. You can't find the solutions by thinking in the same way that brought you in the current no way out position. Be open to discover the mountains in the way you are open to discover yourself. The path will unfold itself for you the same degree you approach it. To those who approach it with clear, pure heart and kindness, and who know what really makes us human, the path will vibrate to their corresponding level." Firstly, Sam, stunned when he heard unbiased wisdom coming from Lang's mouth for a couple of moments, and after that he responded to him. "Wow, Lang, all your wise words get me thinking. Are you considering changing your career?" "No, there is no such thing as a career in these mountain areas. One can't compete with the mountains. One can't compete with nature. People who live here are one with the mighty presence of these majestic mountains. We are breathing the same air, and we are the same parts of these mountains. We are the mountains. The grandiose mountains are a reminder of the altitudes of freedom and peace inside of us. The hustle and bustle of big urban areas reflects the hustle and bustle of the people's minds. I consider this notion as an energy transfer between a person and his or her environment. This circling connection between the mentioned entities is like a two-way traffic, Lang explained intensively his views to Sam. Later on, Lang's words were echoing strongly in Sam's head as he was going towards his first trekking point. He defined the certain spots and things that he wanted to achieve on his trekking: peaks, rocks, passes, valleys, temples, and many others he'd heard of before. But most important thing to him was to do trekking consciously, spontaneously, and intuitively, even in the cases when he couldn't reach the specific spots. The second most important thing to him was making little steps and pushing himself a bit further each time when he felt he could do so. And the last but not least important thing to him was to enjoy trekking and all the surrounding nature vistas. Breath by breath, foot by foot, hours and hours of trekking passed unnoticeably to Sam. His curious eyes were absorbing all the whiteness, blueness, and earthy-like colours of the mountain slopes and ridges. At that moment he realised that he wasn't living in some kind of hermetic box, but far away from his home. As he filled his lungs with clean mountain air, he felt his entire being was unboxing with lightness. As every cell was filling with fresh oxygen, the places for suppressing and harsh thoughts were fading away. His awareness was unboxing and growing too. He realized that he was not the center of his surroundings, but rather a part of it all. As he was progressing towards a higher altitude, he noticed a sensation of fullness in his ears and mild dizziness. He wondered whether he should make a pause or continue his trekking. He pointed his head up to the sky, and what he could see was a majestic eagle soaring in solitude over the ridges and valley. He wished to have the eagle's strength and sharp, intuitive sense. As he wondered where to find enough strength and intuitive sense, Lang appeared out of nowhere and said to him, "Do not observe the peaks, passes, and other parts of the mountains as obstacles. They are made of the same substance as you and me. As the mountains breathe, you breathe too. Mountains are in you. Mountains are you. Do not let the physical nature deceive you with its grandiose look. The highest peaks you have to reach are inside of you." Sam was bewildered by Lang's sudden appearance, and as he tried to utter a single word, Lang disappeared. At the same time, Lang's short presence and wisdom he shared, without expecting something in return, gave Sam powerful insights into his present being and doing. So, as the sun was going down, Sam decided to stay in a tent overnight. Instead of sleeping at the nearby lodge, he wanted to step out of his comfort zone and spend the night outdoors. Despite the cold night, he wanted to acclimatize to new conditions and high altitudes. Then, when the night came, he was pretty much exhausted of long trekking, and both his feet and lower legs were swollen. Sleep came naturally to him after the long day of exhaustion. He dreamed that he reached the top of the mountain, and when he looked up to the stars, he felt the pulsating universe within him, and he was so fulfilled, complete, and happy that his scream broke through the mountains and beyond. Then, he woke up with a start and strange feeling that something bad could happen after such a thrilling dream. He walked out of the tent and shouted anxiously in the starry and chill night, "Oh, Lang, where are you now? What is the meaning of my dream?" After a short period of time, Sam heard Lang's words echoing against the mountains. "Everything is a dream, yet you are not aware of it. Enjoy the moments of your life and be at one with those moments. Be fully present and there will be no place for you to fear. You are not a master of life's or dreams unfolding. If you are a master of it, then you are not part of it. If you are a master of it, it will become your object and you will feel separated from it. You will feel separated from yourself too. Enjoy its flow, and there will be no place for non-existing past or future. Life is one present dream." At this moment, Sam didn't know whether he was still dreaming or not. Maybe his whole trekking experience was one dream. After all, it didn't bother him so much. With every mountain peak he reached, he felt livelier than ever before. With every rock he touched, he expanded his limits more. With every pass he achieved, he spread his awareness further. With every valley that Sam reached, he felt freedom, peace, and love within himself. With every lake he crossed, he became more intuitive. And with every breath he took in these mountains, he transcended his own physical being. He became aware of the rise of his new sense. When the sun rose, Sam woke up and sat in front of his tent. Nothing in the whole world could replace the breathtaking sunrise in the Himalayas. He was totally mesmerized by the glimmering, golden colours of the mountain's range. It looked as if he sunbathed the mountain peaks with a prism shower of its rays. He felt the warmth of the sun on his face. With a longing desire, he asked himself, "Will I get my taste sense back?" After that, he saw the translucent image of Lang in a distant slope. However, he could hear very clearly his words. "It seems that your question reveals some things. Have you felt separated from your sense of taste? Where has it gone? Has it gone forever? Ask yourself, where are the blockages? How to clean them? How do I activate my sense of taste?" Listen to your answers carefully. Do not force things to happen. Listen to your heart. As Sam was on his flight home, the flight attendant, who seemed very familiar to him, approached his seat and said, "Is everything all right with your meal, sir?" After taking a few bites, Sam, with a beaming smile, said, "Yes, everything is perfect. The food is delicious."